be a parent. Reed, keep riding, bud. It's okay. You want to be a real estate agent and a parent. This is it. Renetta. All right. This is Reed. Reed, say hello.
Hello.
All right. So, if you're watching this, I assume it's because you're thinking about becoming a real estate agent. Oh, I think I hear the other one on the way. Come here, Holly. Wave at the camera. All right. There you go. Say hey.
Hey.
All right. There you go.
My name is Holly.
This is
I
Holly.
like unicorns.
She's a big fan of unicorns. Take 13. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Today I'm going to give you some raw what it's like to be an agent footage, and if you're thinking about becoming an agent, then this is for you. It's a little bit of a longer video, so make sure you make it all the way through. And if you're new to the channel, like, share, and subscribe for me. So here we go. Let's talk about being an agent. All right, so this is what being an agent's all about. All the companies you go meet with, they're probably going to try to sell you a dream. Real estate's easy money, flexible schedules, all that goodness. Honestly, that's just illusions of grandeur. So what it's really about is lead generation, and that's what nobody ever talks about. When you become a real estate agent, you become a lead generator. Your job is to generate leads, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. But you know, the thing is, you work hard to find these people who want to buy or sell a home at some point in the future. You cultivate those leads, and sometimes they work out and sometimes they don't. When they don't work out, you have to be able to get past that, and that's really a big part about the business is mental fortitude. Agents have to have enough mental toughness to deal with the rejection and the ones that don't work out, because at some point you're going to be wronged by a friend, another agent, a prospect. It doesn't matter. And for the folks who struggle with that and can't get past it, they never make it in the business. And the ones who do make it have the ability to deal with the negativity. And for me, that's probably the toughest thing, is dealing with the ups and downs and the negative things. You have to really be careful when, especially a multitude of negative things and everything over the course of the day just seems to go wrong, being able to put that behind you and move forward and realize it's just business. Because if you can't put that behind you, you're just simply not going to make it in real estate. It will chew you up and spit you out if you can't deal with the stress and the negativity. So yeah, it's important to remain positive and remind yourself, hey, it's just business. It's almost never personal. So, you know, today was a tough day, and I thought it'd be a good time to shoot this video. I came in, you know, trying to do some things this morning. I've got a couple of tough closings right now, and that's part of the stress, is you're dealing in an expensive transaction, people who may be, you know, in a week, depending on how things work out, being in a situation where they have to figure out some temporary housing. So they're always looking at you to fix it. Sometimes they don't have money. They're looking at you to fix it. And where's this money going to come from that they need to buy a house? And obviously you can't fix everything. So another part of making as a real estate agent is learning to accept that you can't control everything. And what you can't control, you just have to be able to move on from again. So today, you know, I've got a property I've managed for years. I've helped her buy and sell one of each in the past. Helped her sell a house, buy another house. We've managed a rental property for her for a few years. Plan to put the property up for sale next month, and another agent, wherever she spoke to him from, guaranteed her he could get a certain amount back, even though he's never been inside the house. So she called me to tell me today that she was thinking about listing with a different agent. And I told her, it's like, he's never been inside the house. How is he going to guarantee you how much he's going to get you from the sale of the house? Even how's that been in, I would never ever guarantee someone that they're getting a certain amount, because when you do that, it's my profession. It's my opinion that you're either unprofessional or you're dishonest, or sometimes both. So, you know, you have to deal with people like that in the business. I've got a couple of tough transactions going right now. You know, those closings can be tough because you might have a difficult seller, you might have a difficult buyer, might be a difficult agent, an attorney, a lender, sometimes multiple difficult people in one transaction. Sometimes you feel like you wanted to close more than they do, and you know, again, you have to accept that. You know, that's the way it is. You worry about the things you can control, and then you'd be willing to move on. I've got one right now where the seller, I got a call from another agent today who, that was a good professional thing on her part, but a buyer and seller I'd spoke to in the past hasn't done anything yet, is thinking about maybe hiring a different agent because they're looking for this needle in the haystack property. They want land at a bargain price with a nice house on it. And we're in a seller's market, so that just simply doesn't exist right now. I can't make inventory show up, but again, I can't control that. So if they want to go a different direction, they can. I've got a seller that called me today. He wasn't happy because of the way his home was being displayed on some of the third party websites. And when you list a home in MLS, it feeds out to all these different third party websites now that you don't have a control. You don't own the website. You don't control the data or the way they display it on there. So if someone's not happy with the way their house is showing up, you're just kind of stuck with it. So I had to explain that. Gosh, what else happened today? Oh, I had stuck on the phone for about an hour with a previous client who made some bad decisions, and I can't necessarily change what that person has done with their life. I've been trying to help this person for a year, and I feel like a lawsuit is coming on this one, despite everything I've done to try to help the person, and with the bad decisions they've made over time and done nothing to get better. I've made suggestions in the past repeatedly, and they haven't listened to any of them, but they still keep coming back to me for help. And I don't know what they want, but I can't help it. So you got to be willing to deal with things like that when they happen. These companies, when you're thinking about becoming an agent, sell you on the flexible schedule. Let me tell you, that's not true. Attorneys, lawyers, bankers, they work Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, inspectors as well. So you've got a lot of things you need to do during the day, but then sometimes your buyers, your sellers, when they have those 9 to 5 Monday through Friday jobs, you have to go meet with them, consult with them after they get off of work or on the weekend. So you don't have one boss, you have lots of bosses. When you get sick, you're an independent contractor, so if you're not working, you go on vacation. Unless you have a system and people helping you out, you're not getting paid for anything because it's 100% commission based. It is expensive to get into real estate. I spend quite a bit of money every year to be in this business, but it's risk reward. I spend a lot of money and I have an opportunity to do very well financially, and it's opened up opportunities to me that I would have never had otherwise. And lastly, you have to be aware of the public perception of agents. Understand, some people are just going to dislike you for no other reason than you're a real estate agent. There are certainly folks out there who don't like real estate agents or anti-agent. They just see you as a middleman trying to take money out of their pocket. And I'm going to talk about that. Here's the deal. When you become an agent and you're successful, it's because several things have happened. You're well trained. That means you know what you're doing, and you become a fiduciary and protect the other person, your client, whether it's a buyer, seller, whatever it might be. You're protecting their interest through the transaction. It's important to be well funded. A lot of agents are in the business for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months before they ever earn a check in this business. So plenty of agents get into the business. It's not what they think it's going to be. They never earn a check, never get reimbursed for any of their time or expenses. So before you become an agent, unless you're joining a team, and even if you're joining a team where they're going to help you and support you, I would recommend having at least 6 months expenses saved up for the cost of living. You've got to be willing to go meet people. A lot of agents don't make it in this business because they're unwilling to meet people. You have to call for sale by owners. You have to call expired listings. You have to knock on doors. You have to talk to people, wherever it is, have meaningful conversations about buying or selling. And if you're willing to go meet strangers and have meaningful conversations about buying and selling, and as one of my mentors in the business said, sometimes you got to turn up that old guts meter to about a 10 and ask those tough questions. You got to be willing to do some of those things that might make you uncomfortable. If you won't get outside of your comfort zone, you're not going to make it in the business. Don't become a real estate agent. Don't waste your time or money. And lastly, and in my opinion, most importantly, you have to have a desire to help people. There's lots of professions that help. There's teachers, politicians get into the business, police officers, nurses, firefighters, doctors, lawyers. I mean, even though they're different types of careers, all of those people generally are people that have a desire to help others, and they just pick their different professions to do it. Real estate is the same way. The most important thing to me is that having that positive attitude, and at the end of the day, the desire to help people. And the way you choose to help people is by helping them buy or sell a home, which, for most of the public out there is the most expensive transaction they're ever going to make in the business. Yeah, and there's some good sellers, some good buyers out there. There's some bad sellers, bad buyers, bad agents, but by and large, the good people in the industry far outweigh those. I've given you a lot of reasons not to become an agent right now, but if you think you can help people and have the desire to learn the business, real estate's a wonderful career. It's very rewarding. I can't imagine doing anything else here, but at the same time, if you're thinking about becoming an agent, I want you to really, really, really understand what you're getting into before you spend time and money going through class, marketing. It can be very time consuming, can be very expensive, and I don't want you to get into the business without knowing what it's really like. Because like I said, a lot of companies out there are going to sell you the dream, and they're going to tell you all the wonderful things without really telling you what the business is like. So, I'll break it down in some shorts. So, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and you'll be the first to get exclusive content when it comes out next time. And I'll do some more videos on this and some other subjects about the business.